A greedy woman was holding her baby in her hands. Her maid saw something strange and quickly jumped into the water. The greedy woman looked at her child and said, "I don't need you anymore," and she let the baby fall toward the water with her own hands. But the maid quickly caught the baby. The greedy woman started walking away. The maid loudly called for her master. The greedy woman suddenly pretended to be disabled and started shouting for help too. Her husband quickly ran over and took the baby from the maid. The greedy woman kept screaming, "Help me! Pick me up!" As soon as the maid came out of the water, the husband gave the baby back to her and helped his wife sit in the wheelchair again. He asked, "Who tried to throw my baby into the water?" The maid replied, "When I looked, I saw the madam trying to throw the baby into the water." The greedy woman quickly said, "She tried to take my baby and throw him into the water, and I was calling for help." Her husband looked shocked and said, "What are you saying?" The maid said, "I have video proof on my phone," but her phone had stopped working because it fell into the water. The greedy woman said, "You are making false accusations against me." The husband told the maid, "Take the baby inside." The maid kept trying to turn on her phone to prove she was telling the truth, but it would not work. After some time, the greedy woman grabbed the maid's arm and said, "Do not interfere in my business again, or it will not end well for you. From now on, you will do exactly what I say. Now leave." A little later, the husband came and gave some money to his wife. He said, "Keep this money. It may help you." The greedy woman replied, "Why would I need money? I cannot even go anywhere." Her husband said, "No, keep it with you." As soon as he walked away, she started counting the money. Later, the greedy woman secretly went to meet her friend. The maid followed her. The woman looked behind but saw nobody, so she kept walking. The maid quietly followed her. As the maid was secretly watching, her madam suddenly came from behind, grabbed her hair, and shouted, "What are you doing here?" The maid nervously replied, "I was just looking at the plants." The woman said, "Leave from here. There are other workers to take care of the plants." After returning home, the greedy woman secretly took money from her bag and hid it inside the maid's clothes. She also scattered some money on the floor and suddenly started screaming, "Someone stole my money." Her husband came and asked, "What happened?" She cried and said, "Someone stole my money." He replied, "How can money disappear from your bag?" Then he noticed the money scattered on the floor and picked it up. His greedy wife said, "Only the maid could have done this." The husband called the maid. The maid came while carrying the baby and asked, "What happened?" He asked, "Did you steal this money? If you needed money, you could have told me. I would have given it to you." The maid replied, "I did not steal the money," but her master took the baby and fired her from the job. The next day, the maid stood in front of her master's car and stopped him. She said, "I did not steal that money. Madam blamed me, and that day, I was the one who saved the baby. She has been pretending to be disabled." The husband asked, "Do you have proof?" She said, "Yes." The husband took her into his car and drove home. At home, the greedy woman saw some money lying on the floor. She stood up from the wheelchair and started walking to pick up the money. As she moved forward collecting the money, she suddenly looked up and saw her husband standing there. She quickly pretended to fall and nervously said, "How are you here?" Her husband said, "I made a huge mistake by trusting you." Then the maid showed him the recording. The greedy woman tried to stop her. The husband angrily said, "You were giving me such a big betrayal?" The maid said, "We should hand her over to the police." The greedy woman tried to run away, but a police officer was standing ahead and arrested her. The husband thanked the maid for saving him from such a huge deception. Only kind-hearted people subscribe to my channel.